Where is it? Here. And let's talk to this rando in the street knitting.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to. Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat. Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fixed it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
10 francs, please, my dear.
10 francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
Yeah, Mad vs. City. That's true. We like that game. We don't play it that often, but I like it.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
So no flowers.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
I just kind of walked in. That's a little creepy, but okay.
Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the café.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck? Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop the story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone. May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Why am I using the phone?
Hello? Who is this? Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Nothing.
Forget it. How did Plantow get your name?
For the newspaper, La Liberté, I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Planta said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Onno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he'd grown up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
A billionaire left all of his money to an orphanage. Wow, that orphanage must be well off.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
It's enough to make 2 or 3 Batmans. Yeah. Or Batmen. Or Batwomen. Can make Batman or Batwomen.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Bat people, yeah. Bat people. Exactly.
Rosso didn't blink when I told him about the clown. It's as if he already knew.
That is typical of a cold fish like Rosso. I've seen cheeseburgers with more spunk.
I've seen cheeseburgers with more spunk. Gross.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, you might have had a cold.
I agree with that.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
What? What? You got a picture of his butt?
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, that's disgusting, Georges.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
I want to call the costume place. Whoa, look at this thing.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Would you like to shake my hand?
No, I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
Ah.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
Okay.
See you later.
Thanks.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
I had to switch Twitch servers because apparently the one I was using was super jankified. Going back here. Hey, that guy's back. He's back.
Hi.
You're the guy who gave me the tip, aren't you?
Huh?
The racehorse, Salah-ed-Din.
Oh. Yeah, but
I put every franc I had on that horse.
listen,
My lifetime savings, next month's rent, everything.
Oh, God.
She won by 3 lengths. I'm a rich man.
Call me Lucky George, the punter's friend. So how come you're still here?
I'm not going to let my newfound wealth change me, not one bit. I bought this hole, fittings and all. Now I can come and go as I please. No more clocking on or completion schedules. No foreman breathing down my neck. Thanks to you, I've found paradise.
I'm getting a mushy feeling in my chest. But not half as mushy as your head.
What do you want now?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
He bought that hole. He bought the hole. That's nice of him. Oh! This place has been boarded up. So now they would be at the station. Okay. That was pretty fast. That was pretty fast of them boarding it. I mean, I guess I was traveling all over the city, so.
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, I do. It's that villain I told you about.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, I do. It's that villain I told you about.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
I wish I could give you points, but I can't. I mean, I guess I could technically give you points by rejecting stuff, but... Hey, he's here.
Excuse me.
Ah, Monsieur Stobbart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure.
I do have a lot of sound effects.
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the café?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume.
Yeah, you can donate. I mean, if you redeem it, I can give it to somebody else.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. Stobbart is here to see you, monsieur.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobbart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
But
I've been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
What? What? Here's your item. You get a cucumber. You get a cucumber. Nice. What you can do with a cucumber? You can do so much with a cucumber. You could eat it. You could let somebody else eat it. You can make pickles. You can make a pickle. Maybe get some cucumber juice. Cucumber water. You know, all that good stuff.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No.
It's the face of a killer.
The man who bombed the cafe?
The photograph was taken soon after the explosion. He'd escaped through the sewers, leaving a trail of clues behind him.
Circumstantial evidence, Stobbart. None of it proves a thing.
Well, that's where you kind of have to start, is circumstantial stuff until you get to the hard evidence. I'm sorry, but...
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobbart.
No, I won't.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
What was that psycho-detective business you did in the cafe?
It is my theory that the passions evoked in violent crimes create ripples in the ether. Invisible to all but the possessor of a highly developed and receptive mind.
I'm impressed. Can you bend spoons, too?
I didn't think a man of your obvious intelligence would stoop to mockery.
I'm not mocking. I've had personal experience of the power of the mind. I used to get ignored at parties until I read a book that changed my life.
Really? What was it called?
Hypnotism for Fun and Profit. He looked at me as if I'd farted at a funeral.
The power of mesmerism is a rare gift, not a party trick.
Yep.
You're not gonna try any of that psychic interrogation on me, are you?
Do you find the thought of my probing distasteful?
Let's just say I'd rather you didn't. I've got more doubts than doubting Thomas when it comes to mysticism.
Too bad. I think you would make an interesting subject under controlled regression.
I need to
The way
clip
I let
that.
anyone mess with my mind hasn't dawned yet.
There, I clipped it. I just clipped it because it was... Do you find the thought of my probing distasteful? Do you find the thought of my probing distasteful? That would make a good sound effect, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that make a good sound effect? Wait, where'd the music go? Did I break the game?
So long, Inspector.
Oh, no, I didn't. I just clicked out of it.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
See you later, Sergeant.
Who among us doesn't have murderous eyes? Sometimes. I mean, seriously. Okay, taking off the case, costume. I guess we'll go back here and talk to her. I do like the artwork of this game. I think it's really nice. The animated stuff that just kind of happens. The scenes have a sense of life to them.
Hi, George.
I'm still looking for the clown.
Didn't you say the concierge gave you the number of his tailor?
That's right.
Well, why don't you call him?
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
I already called him, though. He didn't tell me anything. I guess we'll call him again.
Hello? Who is this? It's George Stobbart again. What now?
Oh, wait. I got the photo.
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel, the Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs, the second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Oh, okay.
Now we're getting somewhere. Do you know the Hotel Ubu?
The Ubu? Yes, I do.
That's where the clown stayed.
Good work, George.
My phone seems to be broken. Not my real phone, but this phone. Okay. All right.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go hang out at the Hotel Ubu.
Watch out for Khan, George.
Don't worry, I will.
Let's go to the Hotel Uwu. I mean, Ubu. Hey, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's that guy? What's this? What's with all these flags? Okay, I guess I can't look at the menu.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No, I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. Nope, I don't.
You ever meet a guy called Plantow?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
I'm sorry to be a burden on your brain. See you later.
Not if you see me first.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw him.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
I'm not a clown.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
That's a lie.
That name means nothing to me.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you, I don't know it.
forget it.
Ooh. This place is nice. Look at this place. This place is nice. It's fancy. And it has a screen scroll too. You know it's fancy when the screen scrolls.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is
Well,
known.
I want to know more. Tell me more.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England, Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Okay.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have.
Okay. I don't understand. I wanna ask more about this Khan guy, but I
Thanks for your
can't.
help.
Goodbye.
He seems to be suspicious because he knows this guy. Why would he? Oh, there's a guy at the front desk too. I should talk to him. I'm going back down. This place is nice. Oh, that's a person. I should say there's a person at the front desk. Look, there's a key there. Ooh, a key.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
I would.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his left cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar. I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Thanks for your help, buddy. There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Merlin? I will talk to the piano player.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobbart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobbart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Ha!
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said.
This is Broken Sword. Yes.
To take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin.
Andron.
Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
Do I need to change, like, the title to say Circle Blood, aka Broken of Sword? It's the North American name of this game. For some reason, when this game came out, in North America, they renamed it Circle of Blood. I don't know why, but they did. But everywhere else, it was called Broken Sword. And when they re-released it, it got the Broken Sword name. So that's the reason.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that Clark chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah, I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would. What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobbart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Okay.
I have to go, ma'am.
Well, now we know about the safe thing. So, I'm guessing what we want to do is distract this person and get this key. I think that's what we will need to do so we can get into their room. How we do that, I don't know, but that's what we need to do. I need to get myself a snack. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get myself a snack really, 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 really quick. So we'll just sit here and you can listen to the piano music go on, and I will also give Nikita treats because she's bugging me. Item that would be right at home. A Leisure Suit Larry. Exactly. Maybe I should change the title of this to AKA Broken Sword 1. I don't know. I never played this series before, so this is all new for me. I feel like I've missed out on so many adventure games. There, I changed the stream title so people can see that it's Broken Sword. I don't know. I think we've had at least 2 people say something about the name. Like, wait, this is Broken Sword. Or something. Something along those lines. Alright, I'm eating cheese. Let's see what happens if we try and take this key.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You are trying to steal that key, no?
No way.
No, I was just looking at it.
What now, monsieur?
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats. About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Rats! Rats! It's reserved for rats.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Nah. Oh, you had no idea? That's funny. That's funny. This game confused the heck out of me as far as the name was concerned. Like, more than any game. I was like, why did they completely rename it?
The door was locked. The door was locked. The door was locked.
I'm guessing the door's locked.
The sign on the door read 22. If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room.
Now, this is 21?
The sign on the door read 21.
Okay. So now we know where the killer's room is. Now we just need to open the lock. I think we need to steal the key somehow. I think we need to steal the key. But how do we steal the key?
Hello again. May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there. Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Yeah, what the heck? That's just rude.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick. I say, you there, flunky?
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
That's a yoink. That's a yoink. And it was even a key. So you put the yoink emote. That's a perfect use for that yoink emote for anybody that has it. Yeah, that one.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
It's a pretty fancy room you got there. Not really. I mean, it is kind of fancy. It's kind of fancy, but it's also not that fancy at the same time. You know? Like, look at that bed. That's a fancy ass bed. And I don't mean that it's an ass bed. It's a bed.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Onions or Funyuns? Maybe I can just go out the window and, like, get over to the other room.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Look at that tiny TV. That TV is way too small for this bed. I mean, this TV should be way closer, but I think it's on wheels. When you find somebody to shake her hand, it's gonna be good. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Oh, that's convenient. The window's open and everything. We did it. What the heck? Their room is laid out differently. That's weird.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
They have no TV. Our room's better. Our room we stole is better. But their bed is better. So, you know, I guess it cancels out, right?
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
Well, that's
There was
disappointing.
nothing in the pockets of the pants.
That's a little bit disappointing. Let's check the bed, I guess.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
All right, I'm striking out here.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
I must say, I'm kind of striking out here. I tried the table. Nothing. Nothing there. Nothing over here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing. Oh, that's the way out. Nothing in the pants. I assume if we open this side, it opens the other side too.
The pants were newly laundered and pressed with immaculate creases.
Immaculate creases. Man, I want my pants having immaculate
the bed
creases.
was several times larger than the narrow cot I'd been given at the place I was staying. The bed was several
Nothing? Nothing? There's gotta be something in here. What the heck? I can't believe there's nothing in here.
had no drawers, just a single door.
I am shocked. I am shocked that there's nothing in here. We should probably save the game too. I've just realized we haven't saved in a while.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Implying there's incriminating evidence somewhere in here, but it's not beside the bed. I know, what does this game want? Huh? I don't think we can do anything with the stuff we have in our inventory. No. I was like, oh, might as well try. I mean, I'm gonna go out the door.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Okay, well that's what we had to do. We had to leave. And we're gonna hide in the wardrobe. Woo! Close call. He just changed his pants. Now we're gonna take his pants. We're gonna loot his pants.
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants.
2!
The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut. There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
He's gonna be pissed. We didn't see any lions or witches in that wardrobe, but we did find some pants. And now we're doing this. Out we go. I wonder if he would recognize us. He probably would. You know, do we put the key back? You think we put the key back? I mean, we can try. No, the answer is no, we do not put the key back. We can't use the phone. We can use this phone. Oh, he's back. I'm gonna call her.
Bonjour, Collard.
Hi, it's George. I have the address of the killer's hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care. Remember, that guy's a professional.
Thanks. I'll be fine.
I already did pay him a visit, and it was fine. I mean, it was almost not fine. It was almost not fine, but then suddenly it was fine.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
What? I'm confused. Who are these nerds? Who are these nerds? Who are these nerds? I wasn't expecting to get searched. There's nothing in there. There's an alley here, but nothing we can do in this alley yet. Okay, we can go. Oh, we can't go to any of the stuff. All right, let's go back to here and we'll show her the stuff we got from him.
What do you think I should do next?
I think you should look for clues at the hotel.
I guess so.
Alrighty, you look for clues at the hotel. I got 2 clues. I got this.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
Well, I don't know.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go back to the Hotel Ubu, I guess. Whatever those 2 thugs are after must be important.
All right, I think the behavior of those guys outside, we now probably have opened up some dialogue options. Inside the inside the hotel. That's my guess. That's what I was thinking the same thing too. I was kind of thinking a similar thing. See if the ID works.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
I got the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am. I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has 1 million faces. I have to go, ma'am.
Alright, I guess we'll show him the ID, but he knows what the guy looks like, so why would he even why would he even be convinced that we were him?
What now, monsieur?
Doesn't make any sense.
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Everybody is being deceptive. Everybody is being deceptive. Everybody. I'm gonna call the police. Can I call the police? No, I can't call the police. I cannot call the police.
What now, monsieur?
Hey, shake my hand.
I have already explained why I would rather not.
There was no one registered, but the name in the book for room 22.
Maybe she can help me again?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Would you like to keep Merlin's pass as a memento?
No, darling. My broken heart is reminder enough.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
Alright. Okay. Okay.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but...
What's the problem?
He isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Woohoo!
If I leave, they're gonna take it. Right? I should save right now. Can we die in this game? Does anybody know if we can die? Probably not. I feel like by this time dying had been kind of phased out. I want to go out first. I want to see what happens.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Black.
Is this what you're after, Guido?
See, that's it.
I can explain everything. Well, almost everything.
Too late. You're on your way to feed the fishes.
I'm allergic to fish. I break out in blotches when I eat tuna.
Let's go.
Sometime later. Okay, that answers the question of can we die in this game? The answer is yes. So we get to register a death. Now I know the answer to that question of can we die in the game, and the answer is absolutely. Oh, I guess it was 96. I don't know if they completely phased out dying then. I was thinking it was made around 98 to 2000, but it is it's a DOS game in 96, which, you know, you think that's kind of weird, right?
The door was locked.
I think throwing it out the window or somehow getting it out via the window is a good idea. Can we just, like... Wait, where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I didn't throw it out the window. I just kind of... Oh, I throw it in the alley. Okay, I see.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Later, nerds. We're gonna head out and get that manuscript. I like how they use that window scene in multiple different ways. I do like that. And I also like how they have a scroll indicator. That is nice. Scroll indicator. I like it. How many times have we played a game not realizing that we could actually scroll?
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Now we know that the manuscript's over here, so we can pick it up.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.